Good evening, Harlem and Harlems of the world. I'm Terri Wisdom, and this is Harlem Network News. And as many of you know, we're a new media platform, really 3 years old now, and we are the voice and drumbeat of Harlem. Today, we are bringing you some very, very important news and information. We have with us Darnell Jones, who is on the board of NAN, National Action Network, and we have coming up the March on Washington with Reverend Al Sharpton. So Dawn, please share with the people who you are, whose you are, and what is getting ready to happen, and the significance of this march, and why Reverend Sharpton has put this together, and how many times have we revived this march? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Terry, and thank you for having me on and for your patience on this evening. I was trying to get some housekeeping out of the way, and it also made me stay awake.
All right.
I work on Mondays and Wednesday evenings. A lot of times on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I rest. But as I stated earlier, I thank you for having me. And my name is Darnell Jones. I'm a national board member at the National Action Network. And I think the significance of this march this year, because it's the 60th anniversary, it's not a commemoration, it's a continuation. And it is the 60th anniversary. The 2023 March on Washington will set the tone for 2024, exactly 6 years since Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and other civil rights leaders organized the pivotal March on Washington in August of 1963. And as you know, I wasn't even born yet. And
all right.
I probably would have to do my homework to tell you the amount of times that we have commemorated. But I can say that since I've been with Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton, I joined National Action Network in 1999. I know that I have attended all of the marches.
Okay.
So I would have to go back and do my homework to tell you each and every year that we've gone. And also, when I lived out in Teaneck, New Jersey, Theodore Lacey was actually one of the organizers of the march and also brought Rosa Parks to our schools. So I also attended a march when I lived out in Teaneck, New Jersey. I don't remember the year, but I basically have always commemorated, because my family, the Carter family in Chase City, Virginia, who owned a barbershop, a funeral home, and a convenience store, they fed the Freedom Riders. So my family took part that way. They might not necessarily did the footwork, but they definitely they had their boots on the ground in that way. And I do have family members who have attended the march. I have a cousin that's coming over from Jersey City, another cousin that's trying to get on a bus to Newark. So basically this week it's almost like I'm at my desk doing my cases, one-shot deal cases, and answering the telephone for the march at the same time, answering my cell phone as well as my work phone. So trying to get folks on the bus. The bus leaves at 3 a.m. from the House of Justice, 106 West 145th Street, right here in the village of Harlem. And it departs at 3:30 p.m. promptly to be in the District of Columbia by 7 o'clock a.m. The program begins, and then we march from the Lincoln Memorial to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. statue, which is different this time. We've done different things. We've been at the Lincoln Memorial, had a stage where we've marched last year, which was, after COVID, and some folks thought that we should not have the march. It was very hot. I can remember we just all stood under a tree and watched from the stage. But I just always like to be in the nation's capital when this takes place. I can remember I was probably 3 years old when Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King transitioned. And even though I was so young, I can remember my mother crying. I didn't know why is she staring at the television crying because this man died. But then as I got older, I definitely started to understand why she was impacted by his death.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. I believe what the march that I attended was kind of in the midst of COVID as well. And what I do remember was all of, or many of the families of those that had been shot and killed, from George Floyd's family to Breonna Taylor's, it was just so empowering. And Martin Luther King Jr. the fourth, I believe, was it the third? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s son was there. And it was just extremely empowering. And I remember the pond that is outside the Lincoln Memorial. It was so hot that literally people were wading in the water.
Yes.
That was just so significant for me, because the song just came to mind, Wade in the Water. And I was like, on this powerful spiritual day. And then we all did march to the statue of Dr. King. And that was very empowering for me, because it was really the first time I had actually seen it in person. Right. And I felt like when we entered, it was almost like we were entering the pyramids. And that was a very powerful thing. What is the theme of the march, or is there a specific theme or initiative that the march represents this year?
Well, it's as I stated earlier, not a commemoration, but a continuation. And I am one to definitely recognize milestones. I definitely, the 50th anniversary of hip hop, I was at Yankee Stadium.
Okay.
I wanted to be somewhere on the day. I wished I would have taken off work that day. But this time we're having it on a Saturday, but on Monday, we will be celebrating here in the village of Harlem, the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington. The community is invited to celebrate. It is joined State Senator Cordell Clear and the New Amsterdam Musical Association, where I'm the corresponding secretary, to unveil a new Harlem Heritage marker at the national headquarters for the 1963 March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom at 170 West 130th Street. That's between Malcolm X and Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevards. Now, this is something that I'm just learning about. I mean, I'm just learning about history of Harlem. I feel like I'm learning about history of Harlem every day, every block.
Right, and that is really the mission of Harlem Network News, because we're constantly learning about our own history. And Harlem Network News, our mission is to bring news and information to the people. And by engaging the people, then the people it's a call to action.
And see, I park on that block. I'm on that block every Monday and Wednesday, last Saturdays, and I had no idea that the headquarters was there. Their address is 170 and our address is 107. I Googled, and the address is all on the programs from back in 1963, all on the paperwork. So it actually is the headquarters, and I think it's wonderful that we'll be recognizing on that date, and that is a day that I am taking off on Monday from work as well. From my day job. I'll be at my night job on Monday, but my day job.
I know Dawn, like many of our Harlemites, works round the clock tirelessly. We are really just coming off of Harlem Week. And
that's another commemoration.
That was
49th anniversary.
Yes, it was amazing. Harlem Network News was out there. We were engaging people. We were sharing news and information. Folks' voices were being heard, whatever Harlem hot topics they wanted to speak about. So we just are making history constantly. So I just think it's great.
You had a beautiful tent, a beautiful setup out there on West.
Thank you so much. And I know that you were doing your voter registration, as you always do, and working with your wonderful DJ cards. And you can let folks know, Dawn, how they can get in touch with you and get some of those incredible cards that you share with the community.
Well, thank you so much. I did have a few cards out on Sunday. I mostly had accessories like magnets. We had voter registration. But you know, what I found this year, most of the people are registered to vote, which I was happy to see. People were more interested in our candidate, Yusef Salaam, City Council Select, and they actually wanted to join the Democratic Club. I was amazed by that. So we're supposed to start meeting mid-September. You know, we were been on a hiatus because of COVID-19. I know there's a Delta variant coming back, but we plan to meet in the middle of September. But that's where the interest was this year. We have registered voters in the past, give out information, but everyone said they were registered this time. So, and it felt good. I mean, it felt good to sit out there and ask. And I had a couple accessories, and I was able to let people know that I'm located in Nama the Gift Shop, which is 107 West 130th Street, right here in the village of Harlem.
Okay. Yeah. So that was just empowering, amazing, and just a steady stream of people. And it was really the steady stream of our people. Harlem was out and strong. So what it said for me is that if we came out and we were strong like that, if we have issues, we can come together and surround on those issues and really deal with much. And that's what I saw. And then even in terms of the stats, in terms of they're saying, okay, you know, what are the stats for Black people in Harlem? And I know everybody that was there wasn't from Harlem, but the Harlem stats were strong. So that also tells you something else. Dawn, can you share some of the speakers and some of the officials that will be at the March on Washington this time?
Yes, as the nation reckons with historic levels of violent hate crimes and threats to its democracy, as you stated regarding violence, I think right before I came in my room, that might be another mass shooting, but I was trying to rush to get this Zoom on.
Okay.
I'll see when I get back to my room. And threats to our democracy. We must continue to the decades-old fight for democracy, social justice, and civil rights. So join me, that is Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton, Martin Luther King III, Andrea Walters King, Yolanda Renee King, Drum Major Institute, National Action Network, and more on Saturday, August 26, 2023, at the Lincoln Memorial for the 60th March on Washington. It's not a commemoration, it's a continuation. We march on.
Okay. And where are folks coming from to participate in the march? If you can just share a bit of that.
People are coming from all over the country, but I can speak specifically for New York City. We actually have 35 buses. I was shocked to get that
35
number.
buses.
Yes, someone at NAMA asked me, so I texted, and that was the number that I got. I know there's a bus leaving from Long Island, Paterson, New Jersey. Jamie Bland, the deputy mayor and president of the New Jersey chapter, boots on the ground in Paterson, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey, Larry Ham, People Organization for Progress. You know what? I can't think of the other specific parts of New Jersey, but there are definitely buses leaving from New Jersey and all over the country where we have chapters.
Okay. And so out of New York City, particularly Manhattan, is the only bus leaving from NAN, or are there other buses leaving from other locations that you're aware of?
Okay, as far as I know, you know, my cousin, when he called, he said he was on bus 12, but then he was able to get on the bus with me. So I don't know how many buses specifically from the headquarters, 106 West 145th Street and Malcolm X Boulevard, but there are buses leaving from CWA 1180, that's downtown on Hudson Street. But I actually do not have the specific locations. I only really know for the headquarters, which is located here in the village of Harlem.
Okay. And is there still time? Like if someone would like to join a bus, and what is the fee and all of that?
I would say yes, because I actually have one of my former neighbors in my cell phone now who let me know they're going to be calling back in the morning. They were on hold or something. I forgot when I was downstairs in the laundry room to call back my present neighbor, but I will call her back at lunchtime tomorrow. So I know that people are still trying to get on the bus. And I would say that there will be room here from our headquarters, the House of Justice, 106 West 145th Street in the village of Harlem. But as
Okay.
far as other locations, I can't speak specific because
Okay.
my really part was to get on the bus and any assistance that I can be. Because it's been a hectic year, I didn't volunteer to be a bus captain. I've been a bus captain in the past, but I
Hmm.
certainly will help out. Um,
Okay.
and anybody that needs assistance, because basically that's what I've been doing all week.
Okay.
As far as people calling to get on buses and returning
Okay.
calls.
Okay. And what is the fee for the travel? So
Well,
folks can
from the
be
House of
prepared.
Justice, the
Hmm.
buses are free. We just always do a free will offering for the bus driver.
Okay,
But other
beautiful.
locations, I know they are charging $50, or you may have to
Okay.
call to ask
Hmm.
what their price is, because
Hmm.
basically, in order to do this type of thing, you have to fundraise. And
Right. I hear you.
some
Mhm.
people are able to fundraise. I'm not the best fundraiser, but then what also happens when you have artists at your event, you may end up paying the artist and then you don't make as much because you have to pay
Mhm.
artists and things like that. So
Okay.
basically that's how we're able to do our busters free because of our fundraising.
Okay, I love it. Okay.
Yes.
Now, will this be televised or live streamed so that folks who are not able to physically attend can see and hear what's happening?
It will absolutely be televised and live streamed. That's definite. I mean,
Okay,
I think it
great.
actually already is. It's already before we've even gotten down there. I've gotten some Facebook posts, and then if you Google, you'll see the different local newspapers in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to say absolutely yes.
Okay, okay. So that's great to know. And in terms of your most memorable experience or feeling, or how you're feeling going in and attending this march, what is it that you would like to say as really a closing thought for the community, and why people should come out for this march, support it if they can't be there, actually watch the live stream and connect in that manner?
Well, I just hope we all come back and we kind of all work together, and that this violence ceases and comes to an end. I hope that we come like back like the Million Man March years ago. Because I
Mm.
felt that when we came back from the Million Man March, we really banded together. Um, we've had all positive experiences going to the March on Washington. We might have only had one little situation, but
Mm.
it was amazing. Our bus broke down, but another bus just rolled up and we all got off the bus and got on another bus. So it was like God that bus rolled right on up.
Mhm.
We got
Okay.
off and so that was like my only negative ever attending a March on Washington. We've had other situations when we've gone to cases, but things have always worked out whenever we do these type of things. And I don't mind. Some people say, "Oh, don't invite people to their buses," but no, it's just always been fun going with the National Action Network and with
Mhm.
the unions or any other group that are for a positive change.
Right. Folks coming together.
Yes.
And it definitely takes a village. And that's what I would say about Harlem Week. That was so empowering because, to
Mm-hmm.
my knowledge, we had no incidents. Folks came out. I mean, and there were thousands of people out there. And I do believe that folks were supporting the vendors. That was like us supporting us. They had 3 stages. Stephanie Mills. It was just really, really incredible, and it sent chills through your spine. And this is the same, and it's a motivation. It's an initiative. I know that a friend and fellow artist here in Washington, Nana Malaya, she does a lot of dance, works with Howard University, and she shared with me there's an awards dinner
Yeah.
this Friday evening, right here at the St. Luke's Ballroom in Washington, D.C. The tickets are $40. There's several speakers, and actually, our Hollywood and community actor, Lamont Rucker, who is Nana Malaya's son, is the host. So
Mm-hmm.
check it out. And it's from 6 to 9. And it's an awards dinner for many who have participated in the March on Washington. So, there's celebrations going around all over. And we put out some special prayers for Howard University and the community, because there have been some contentious issues with some of the community young people and the Howard University young people. And that's something that we really have to look at. This society is just perpetuating violence, and it's very important for everyone, especially within our community and our young people, to come together. Let there be some understanding. Let there be some town meetings. Let there be some workshops, some pull-ups and strokes, so that the community can understand that the Howard students are the same as them. They just happen to be in college, but everybody is dealing with some of the same energies. And I just think it's something that we've got to look at, because right now in this world, violence is being perpetuated everywhere. And, the teachers, the elders, the students, we have all got to come together and understand, especially people of color, who have come across the water or come from the bottom up here, and especially in the wake of everything that is happening with asylum seekers. There's a lot of stress and pressure everywhere, but we've got to diffuse that. And I know that we can. So any closing remarks, Dawn Jones, and just let people know, because you're on the board of National Action Network, and what is that like? Just explain what your role is. And I want to also give a shout out to Derek Perkison, who was going to join us, but I know he is super busy. And if you would just give Derek's proper title and then just share what your role is on the board. And of course, a shout out to Reverend Al Sharpton and his incredible daughters and the team, because it truly takes a village. So if you would just expound on that and give us some closing words. And thank you on this 11th hour for coming and sharing what's going on, because we want to make sure folks are informed, even if it's at the 11th hour. They can get on up and get on out there. 3 a.m. buses leaving at 3:30. And yeah.
Yes, that's correct. The buses depart at 3:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say I've been on the national board since approximately 2003, after the Alberta Spruill case.
Okay.
And I would be what you call a layperson, because I'm not a minister. I have chaired ministries at Convent Avenue Baptist Church, such as African American Experience Forum, Social Action. I'm getting ready to chair social justice again in September. When we do our missions fair, I'll have a voter registration information table, and whatever Reverend Dr. Jesse T. Williams would like me to do with that ministry. I know what I've done in the past. But being on the national board, I'm with amazing ministers from all over the country. And basically, we are the support for the National Action Network, whether it's cases or whether it's finances. Reverend Dr. Franklin Richardson, our chairman of Grace Baptist Church, he just received an award from Suburbia, 100 influential in Suburbia, and he refers to me as a faithful board member. I try my best to make every meeting. I actually take off work if it's during the day, to attend. I'm at almost each and every rally on Saturday morning, whatever way there's to be assistance. And also I chair Political Action, where we do Fifth Saturday forums, and we do voter registration information tables, whether it's in front of the House of Justice or in the community, as I was in front of the Frederick E. Samuel Community Democratic Club for Harlem Week. So basically on Saturday morning, Reverend Sharpton's daughter produces the show. That's Dominique Sharpton Bright. And her sister, Ashley Sharpton, is the videographer. And she has the youth huddle. They meet each and every Monday evening. I'm not able to be there because I am a exhibitor at the New Amsterdam Musical Association, as well as I work at the door as a I'm trying to think what title should I give myself working
Host.
at the door. Representative, box
Okay.
office representative or
Yes.
manager, whatever.
Okay.
But anyway,
Great.
I'm working at the door at the New Amsterdam Musical Association. So I'm
Okay.
not at the youth huddle on Monday evenings, but they meet every Monday with the young people, and they're doing
That's
great.
so beautiful.
Yes.
That is so beautiful. Yeah, because I remember at the conference hearing some of the young people share, and I was extremely impressed. Well, thank you, Dawn. And for those of you who don't know, we are Harlem Network News, and we are the voice and drumbeat of Harlem. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Very important. We get like 14,000 views, but we need you to subscribe. And we have our first annual fundraiser and award ceremony coming up on Thursday, September 21st. And that will be at the Dwyer Cultural Center right here in Harlem. And that is from 6 to 9. We need you to donate and get those basic level tickets, silver, gold tickets. If you would like to take an ad out in a journal, that's possible as well. And go to our Eventbrite. So thank you very much. And you can go to our website, harlemnetworknews.org for all of that. And we're still enlisting sponsors. So thank you so much. It's been a blessing. And we enjoyed so much Harlem Week, just really connecting with the community and having more people find out about what we do, because it's important. And it's definitely a drum beat, because all those people that were out there heard the drum, and folks are going to hear the drum for this March on Washington. So thank you, Dawn. And you can also donate on our website to Harlem Network News. That's how we continue to bring news and information, or go to our Zelle or our Cash App, and it's all Harlem Network News. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And blessings to you all. And stay safe, and let's stay connected. It's very, very important. Let's love one another. Love conquers all. Thank you. Harlem Network News. And I'm Terri Wisdom. Take care. Thank you.